What's up, homies? We are going to do a little bit of comparison here. I've got the sink full of back straps, and this is a back strap off of a buck that I shot, and this is the back strap off of a doe. You can tell there is a pretty substantial difference here. So, got blood all over. Alright, so basically, you've seen the difference in the two sizes, which is the main thing that I wanted to talk about here. But there's also going to be a quality difference in the back straps off of the doe versus off of the buck. You get significantly more quantity off of the buck, as you can see here. Pretty substantial difference. But the thing that I wanted to note is quantity is not everything. Quality is a pretty important deal, and me personally, I believe that the does taste just a hair better than the bucks, especially when you get later into the year. These bucks are very, very tough. They've been running around, they're working hard, they're chasing these does. You know, they are just a totally different creature whenever they're rutting and chasing the does like this. So, taking all this fat, cutting all the fat off, throwing it over here in the scrap bowl. It does not go to waste. The dogs like it. They actually love all kinds of venison. So that's the basic gist of it. But I want to know what you guys think about the difference in the cuts. What tastes better, the buck or the doe? Do they taste the same? Is there a specific way to prepare it that makes it taste, differently, better, worse? Is it all in your head that the bucks taste different than the does? Is there a little bit of something to it? So that's what I want to know from you guys, because I think that there's a difference, and I think that the does taste better. So I also take my meat and I cut them up into sections about like that. That way it's good to go, and you don't have to worry about having too much. The last thing we want to do is waste this meat. So we're going to cut them up into thirds on the buck, and then on the doe, since there's less meat, we're going to cut them up in half. And that's going to be how I'm going to freeze them, get them ready. That way whenever we go to eat them, they'll be all good. So I'm going to do that. Trim some of the silver skin off, trim some of the bark off from where it's been sitting, and have a good healthy slab of meat whenever we're ready to cook it. Okay, boys, we have got a pile of backstrap right here. All this. We've got our Ziploc vacuum seal bag right here, and I'm going to show you guys how we vacuum seal on a budget. So the first thing you got to do is seal this bag. It works just like any other vacuum sealer that there is, but because this is such a cheap unit, I'm gonna highly recommend that you go through the seal process 2 times. And so that means this red light just went off, so that means it's done. So what we do is open it up to power it off without releasing where it's at, and go ahead and hit seal again. And that's going to ensure that we get a good seal on our meat. I'm going to do the same on the other side. So while that thing's sealing, you can go ahead and take it, cut it off. There's no specific way or place or anything like that. I usually just use a knife, open it back up, and see that we've got a good seal. these are for single loins right here. So we're gonna take a piece of back strap and go in there. Go ahead and get it in our bag. Try to get as much out of the bag as I possibly can. So stick it back on there, and this time we're gonna hit the vacuum seal. So that was the vacuum portion. Now it's sealing up, and whenever we get done with this side, we're gonna do the same thing with holding the top down. Let it release and power off, close it back, and then go ahead and hit seal again. So, all done. And then there you have it. One sealed back strap. Rinse and repeat. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and one thing that I want to note on the reason we have so many back straps right now, and that is because, one, the past 2 days were either 6 days, so we harvested some does. Two is because I have buddies who only eat jerky because their families don't really care for deer meat like we do. So I typically trade them shoulders or parts of hams or other cuts of meat for the back strap, because I personally feel like if you take a back strap and turn it into jerky, that it's a waste. So the Food Saver bags, they're not necessary. We can buy Walmart brand bags or Ziploc brand vacuum seal bags. I've tried both. The Walmart brand, they do fine. They keep in the freezer fine. I personally haven't had any issues with them, and we typically put up a lot of deer meat. That being said, we also go through a lot of deer meat. So it's a kind of a catch-22, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Smash that thumbs up button and hit subscribe if you haven't. Thanks for watching.